Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is gamerisdc, and this is Portuguese. So I have a lot of experience with playing Portuguese. It's one of my most favorite civs. So today's video, which I haven't made a build order video in a very long time, is about the Portuguese. And the Portuguese received a bonus quite a while ago, where they can generate wood in addition to food, which makes them one of the more interesting civilizations to play. And in today's meta of randomly spawning chickens or deer, it's actually really good to play this build because you don't need to care about the spawn and you can adapt your game based on the map spawn. So you can see this chicken spawn, but it doesn't matter to us because we are still going to be okay. So the idea behind this build is using the Portuguese berry bonus. We are going to gather food first instead of wood. So I'm just going to send my domesticated animals to go and scout the map. So what's the goal of this build? The goal of this build is to actually hit a earlier scout timing with enough eco to still afford upgrades. And I'll just show you how strong this build is and how to play around it. So what you want to do is, instead of sending the villagers to make a lumber camp, you want to make a mill first. Very similar to my Pujara build from a very long time ago. So ignore my family, they're very excited for the World Cup. So what we're going to do is, we are going to put 2 on the berries, 3 on the berries, the third one is coming out, and 1 on the straggler near to the base. And then after that we are going to pull our first boar. So the idea behind this build is that when you gather like this, a 3 berry bush foragers, okay, is equivalent to 1 lumber camp villager. So with this in mind, you can actually lure the boar, and you basically have 2 on wood with 3 on the berries. But because you're gathering berries, it's actually a lot more wood than you need. So this is very similar to a 2 on wood build for scouts, if let's say you're a generic civ. But the difference is that you are going to grab a lot more food and you'll be able to click up a lot faster. So this is a really good build, because in this build, you don't care about your spawn. So as you can see, my villager, after luring the boar, is staying there, right? So 1 villager went to build the house. Now he's going to lure the second boar. And then this guy is going to build my lumber camp, and now I have my 2 buildings to click up. But I want to gather enough food to be able to click up. Bam! So there we go. So now this villager can stop gathering wood, and she can gather the boar along with the rest. So the goal is to get 5 on berries, and then after that we try and click up. So we just have enough wood, and then we can still click up and do some damage. Actually, I can cancel that villager. Okay, I actually found his species chicken, so his base should be either on the right or on the left. So yeah, it is tricky to... there he is. Oh yeah, this is normal AI, so the lumber camp is very weird. The timing is very weird for the AI. Okay, I should be able to click up soon. Bam. Okay, so after clicking up, send 6 vills to wood. And this guy can gather here. So 6 vills to the lumber camp. So you have 7, right? You have 7 on wood here. Oh, it's 8, okay. That's fine. I can rush the barracks. And then you don't need to gather this wood. Okay, so normally it's 7 in total, and then 1 villager can start walking and prepare to build the barracks. Yeah, but by doing this I rush the barracks basically. Not my best placement. Not my best placement, but Oh, hi. Are you Celts? How come you can hold it for so long. Funny guy. It's so funny. Okay, so you see, I have the rest to click, and we're up at 18 pop. So now 2 villagers from the sheep, or 2 villagers from the berries can go build that. And he can build a few more houses. Then I can soon afford double barracks. Double barracks. And my family is very enthusiastic about the World Cup, by the way. Okay. So you see, double barracks coming in. I have this side quite walled. Oh, they are very, very excited. And there's horse collar. So as you can see here, because of the flow of resources, I'll be able to afford everything. Then I can start adding farms. So the villagers that own sheep, I can start adding farms. This guy can build the house here. Actually, this one can go to straggler. And then you can keep making farms with your sheep villagers. So normally I'm gonna be like microing the scouts to attack, or doing all these small little micro tricks behind to like gather food and whatnot. You can press fast drop off whenever you feel necessary, so that you can get the food that you need. Okay, now's a good time to pause. Okay, so you can see if you do everything properly, you will have very limited idle TC time, and you can still get your 4 scouts out at a very good timing. So what's the downsides about this build? The downside is that if you get militia rushed or man-at-arm rushed, okay, it can be a bit tricky to defend, especially the berries, because your berries are going to be very important, since the foragers are basically giving you extra wood. So when that happens, don't panic. Try the small wall and fight the militia with loom, if you can. So you usually have like 5 or 6 villagers on berries, so you can fight back if there is a militia hitting your berries. Then if your opponent's opening man-at-arm, then you can still fight back, but you will not be able to afford a horse collar like I did. So basically, if it is a man-at-arm build or a forward range or forward barracks kind of build, then this build can be a bit tricky to play. You just cannot afford horse collar. Just basically don't buy the horse collar and just build the farms earlier instead of waiting for horse collar. Don't be greedy, and just get farms out to get the food you need to keep making scouts and keep your villagers producing. So you should always be able to afford double barracks for this build, and it's very good because Portuguese bonus is that it is research faster. So double barracks coming in faster is nice, and it allows you to capitalize on it and get your eco very smoothly running. So basically, after you build barracks, you can build a house. After you build the stable, you can build another house, and then I build an extra house here just so I will not get housed. Yeah, so you normally have 7 or 8 on wood for 1 lumber camp. So it's 1 lumber camp only. Don't be greedy, don't be 2 lumber camp, because you really need all the wood and food you can get. You can see I barely managed to get every upgrade that I wanted and still make the scouts. So I mean, if 11 minutes you have 4 scouts and normally an opponent kicks out at 9:15, builds a stable, he only has 2 scouts, but you have 4 if you kept them all alive, of course. And your eco is very smooth and running, thanks to the villagers gathering the berries. So yeah, against archer build, this is actually very, very effective because your scouts come out at a very fast time. So it doesn't matter if your opponent is up early and can make the archery range and make a spearman, because you should have 3 scouts by the time he makes 1 spearman. Okay, so it's a very, very good build, and it has very good follow-up with economy. Okay, so yeah, you can see I didn't even take the chickens here. And if you have deer, then you can push the deer. You can click up faster, or you can basically have more eco going up, so you don't need to scrape by to get a horse collar. If it's chicken, then if you manage to put enough pressure on him, you can build another mill near the chicken and start gathering the chicken instead of building farms like me. However, the idea behind this build and all scout builds is that you want to get as much eco upgrades as you can, so that it will be a very smooth transition into Castle Age. So that would be it for today's video. I hope you all learned something, and I will be making more Portuguese build orders in the next few weeks. So please come by and check them out. And thank you very much. I'll see you all next video. Thank you.